What is up, everybody? Um, back with another video, man. Today we're going to do This Trophy Life Belongs to the Streets by Difo, the legend Difo.
Fellas, I want you to imagine a life such as this right now. Picture yourself 40 years old, you're a surgeon in New York City, and you're making $3.2 million per year. You live in an expensive penthouse. You're established, all right? You've made it in life. And then to top it all off, your wife is this woman right here, former Miss Connecticut beauty pageant winner, trophy wife. Just a complete home run on all fronts. You have it all, right? That is, until you have to spend tens of thousands of dollars on divorce lawyers because you realize not that she just married you for the money, not that you were not the perfect couple that was meant to be, not because you grew apart or any other type of natural reason for a regular routine divorce. No, you realize that it's because she's for the streets and has now been living a double life as an escort for the past 7 years.
Oh,
Shit. Here we go again.
Whew. All right, fellas, welcome back. Another week has passed here on the internet, and as per the usual arrangement, there is no shortage of stupid shit to make fun of out here. Let's just get right into it. We got a lot to cover today. If you're new, make sure you subscribe right now, or else you have an extremely high chance of having a small dick. Also, turn on your goddamn notifications so that you can be a part of the buzz every single time a new video goes live. And last but not least, of course, watch the entire video.
Don't be a bitch.
Now, fellas, if we could get a moment of silence out of respect for this guy here, this has got to be one of the most brutal stories I've read in a while. It says, millionaire surgeon divorces beauty queen wife after discovering her secret double life as a $700,000 escort. It's just especially disturbing in this case because you take one look at this woman and obviously she's smoking hot. She's like a 10 out of 10. And you think to yourself, how could somebody that looks
okay, my boy. Hold on, we go back to the visual evidence. Okay, yeah, that's cap. I'll give you a good
escort. It's just especially disturbing in this case because you take one look at this woman and obviously she's smoking hot. She's like a 10 out of 10. And you think to yourself, how could somebody that looks like this do something like that? You know what I mean? Looks can be deceiving. You would think to yourself, this is a woman that only goes for like the top of the food chain and would never do anything involving money for favors in the way that she was doing it. But I suppose there's a price for everything, but the price here really wasn't as
Hey, who that one person say everyone has a price?
high as I thought it was going to be. We'll talk about that in a second. The doctor, age 41, previously claimed from a 264-page court document filed in Manhattan that his 32-year-old wife had duped him into the union, saying that she had hidden her quote, secret life as a prostitute for wealthy men from him. The doctor claimed in the document that she had been paid nearly $700,000 in cash by her clients since 2015. Now, when I first read just the headline and I saw the 700K number, I thought it was 700K per year, but it's really just 700K since 2015, which in no way is a small amount of money, but when you do the math on it, that's like a pretty normal person's salary, especially if you're living in New York City. The exact amount of the payments turned out to be something like $675,000. So you divide that over 6 years, we're talking about $112,000 per year on average. That's what it took for this woman to be a hooker? I've literally seen it all at this point. The doctor initially filed for divorce in December 2020 after he discovered a racy text message from another man on a computer in their Upper East Side apartment. The couple separated in April, and it's claimed that the doctor later discovered his wife had been selling favors for money before they wed on November of 2015 and continued to do so during their marriage, according to an amended complaint in the Supreme Court. Man, this just makes no goddamn fucking sense, okay? How are you the winner of Miss Connecticut and you're just smoking hot, and this is what you turn to for a $112,000 salary? You also do that going into a marriage with a guy that makes over $3 million a year and is basically giving you whatever you want. I did other research on her as well. It seems she's never had a job after she won this pageant. She was always just kind of freeloading, I guess, or going to school here and there, but never actually was a contributing member to society. What am I missing here? Make it make sense. How could you continue to do this when you're both him and her? You've basically hit the lotto in life. He's got his trophy wife, and she gets to stay home all day and let her millionaire husband go to work and live in New York and do whatever the hell she wants. I don't know about you fellas out there, but if that was me in her shoes, I would do approximately zero things to sabotage that marriage, because it sounds like a pretty good arrangement in my book.
Yeah.
It remains inconceivable to plaintiff that has given substantial earnings as a spine surgeon and his enormous generosity to the defendant, that defendant continued to sell favors for money during the marriage, the complaint alleges. Yes, I agree. It is inconceivable, and I'm truly at a loss for words after reading this. Now, one of her lies that she was telling him during all this was that she was traveling to China to work on an app with somebody that she was investing money with. And when he asked her how she was supporting herself during when this, app was in development, she claimed she was living off a $500,000 inheritance from her great-grandmother. She's also said to have covered up her secret work by telling her husband that she was going out with girlfriends or had to travel as part of her work. Well, fellas, you heard it here first. Your wife start disappearing one day, huh? Is she working on an app with somebody, or is she just going out with girlfriends for work, even though she doesn't have a job? No wonder she got caught. None of this makes any sense at all. At least make it believable. The worst part about all of this is, in my opinion, guys, is she could have made so much more money by just opening one simple account on one simple website. We all know what it's called. There are girls out there that are way less attractive than her, that are making way more than $700,000 a month on OnlyFans. Yet she accepted maybe 1/12 of the money that she actually could have been making to actually do favors that are definitely illegal in her state, I would imagine. You could have
It's beyond me, bro.
had a nice, easy life reposting Instagram pictures on OnlyFans like Corinna Kampf and making $1 million a month, but nope. Instead, she got caught in 4K belonging to the streets, and for that, we will have to whip out the chart of things you hate to see, because you really, really, truly do, in fact, hate to see that. Speaking of girls cashing out on OnlyFans, let's go over this one here. I probably had about 15, 20 people send me this in the DMs over the last few days, so let's take a look. I've been depressed and suicidal because of my mom's OnlyFans. I'm 13, my mom is 33. Things at school were never great. I'm sort of short, so I get picked on some, but it was manageable. That was until one of my classmates showed me a picture of my mom naked. I almost had a panic attack and had to be excused from the classroom. I ended up not showing up to school for a few days, faking sick, hoping things would cool off, but they didn't. As soon as I got to school, almost everyone in my class was staring and laughing at me. This has been going on for about a week now. I was wondering how my classmates even got the pictures, and apparently my mom advertises her OnlyFans on her personal Twitter account. Some students from my school follow her, so they were able to see the nudes, and they have been spread everywhere. I don't even have a Twitter, so I didn't know about any of this. The worst part is when I confronted my mom about this, she told me that I was overreacting and that sex work is basically the same thing as working at a bank or a grocery store. She said it also makes her feel good about herself and that I should be happy that she's more confident now. I told the principal, but they can't suspend thousands of students or take anyone's phones. I've been crying in my room every day for the past week. I don't think I could take it anymore. So, wow. First of all, is this real? Probably not. It's probably not real. But let's just say it is real, because I could totally picture a 33-year-old millennial Yas Queen sex work is real work mom saying some bullshit like this, saying something like, oh, well, this is just the same as working at a bank or a grocery store. Yeah, except when you work at a bank or a grocery store, you generally don't end up with thousands of your son's friends at school getting nudes of you from that. Small, minor detail right there, but this is going to be a thing that begins to happen more and more. Again, if this one is not real, the basement dwelling losers on Reddit seem to think it was real, so I don't know. You can never trust those people, but regardless, as time goes on, more and more kids are gonna be faced with this exact circumstance, and it's just completely fucked up. Like, there's no other way to put it. It doesn't matter how much you say, oh, it's a real job. You could say it's a real job all you want, dude. Kids are fucking ruthless, especially 13-year-olds. I feel middle school is like the most brutal phase where bullying happens, because kids just don't understand how bad you're really treating other people at that age. You know what I mean? It kind of tapers off a little bit in high school, because some kids realize that
in high school, everybody just was person to their own group, bro. Like,
you could just snap one day and show up and do some shit. I feel there are some things in this story with some holes in it that are maybe not totally believable. Like, for example, why does this kid's entire school know about his mom's Twitter, but he doesn't know about it? That's kind of weird. Also, I feel if you told a principal about something like this, I highly doubt they're just gonna say, well, we can't suspend thousands of kids or take anyone's phone. Like, there would most certainly be some type of consequence for this. Would it get people to forget about it? No. But would it get them to stop talking about it and stop sharing it? Possibly, at least on school. So I don't know. Maybe it's real, maybe it's not real. I'm leaning towards no, but this will be a thing that happens more and more. Like in the next 10 years, this is actually going to be a real problem. And if you have the type of mom that thinks that selling nudes is the same type of job as a bank or grocery store worker, prepare yourself. And finally, fellas, our last story of the day. Let's close it out by making fun of some SJWs on Twitter, shall we? So if you haven't heard the news, Olivia Rodrigo is being canceled. Olivia's famous for her song Good For You. It went viral. It's really big on TikTok. I'm sure you guys have heard it before. So why is she being canceled? Well, it's because she said some racist words, according to Twitter. Now, when you hear that at face value, I know you're probably thinking, oh, she got caught saying the N-word, right? Because that's what most normal people might think. No. You guys seem to have forgotten it's 2021 here. An old Instagram live video of Olivia began circulating over social media this week that many have found controversial. In the video, the 18-year-old can be heard using a black scent and phrases central to African-American vernacular English. Olivia used phrases like I be trending and emotional AF while also using contractions common in AAVE like y'all and I'ma. The majority of the clips used in the compilation appear to be from earlier this year, around the time her song Driver's License was released. In addition, Olivia's past tweets were resurfaced from 2020 and early 21, where she uses AAVE slang terms like homegirl, crying, and young. Many fans are calling on Olivia to take accountability for her past comments and address the concerns brought up. So, this is where we've landed, guys. This is it. You got caught saying racist words. What did you say? You said y'all. You said homegirl. You said emotional AF. This can't be fucking serious, you guys. I pointed this out on
Bro, it's like every year, bro, we just, just get soft into
Twitter.
bro.
10 years ago, okay, you would get caught as a millennial with an old tweet from, like, say, 2010 that someone would dig up. Now, in 2021, 11 years later, Gen Z is now digging up tweets from other Gen Z from earlier in 2021 with words that they're just saying they don't like all of a sudden. Every single person demanding an apology on Twitter that I saw was ACAB, Emily, they, them. You already know the deal. We don't even have to say it. We all know what types of people are mad about this. And I commented about this on Twitter saying that we really just have nothing better to do at this point, do we? Olivia can be known from now on as Olivia R*D Rigo because she's now officially canceled. So do not say her name ever again, guys. And get your Y word passes now so that you could say y'all again, because pretty soon they're going to be sold out everywhere. All right, fellas, that is enough internet for today. It was a lot to unpack. It really was. So you guys let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. As per the usual, I'm sure the fellas will have much to say about all this. And I look forward to reading your comments as always. If you enjoyed the video, then do not forget to leave a thumbs up and subscribe for more awesome, amazing videos just like this. Turn your goddamn notifications so that you can be a part of the book.
Well, that's gonna be the end of this video, bro. Like, comment, subscribe, and we out, bro.